I did it my way. That famous lyric, line, will always be associated with the legendary crooner Frank Sinatra. But it may also best describe former Governor Scott Walker's approach to the next phase of his life. He's leaving office his way, and not the way his predecessors, Jim Doyle and Scott McCallum, did. Both kept relatively low profiles. In contrast, Walker has decided to very much remain in the political arena. He's doing public speaking, talking about his legacy, praising President Trump, and dissing Democrats. In the last week, he's tweeted about the ideas of Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. He warned the new Evers administration not to raise taxes. And on Fox and Friends, he sounded very much like his days as a candidate are not over.
I'm going to help cheer his and Vice President Pence's reelection campaign here in Wisconsin. I'm going to be in the private sector for a while, and who knows, 4 years from now, whether it's governor or maybe U.S. Senate, if Ron Johnson decides not to run again, I don't think at 51 I'm done yet.
You can bet that Walker's approach to his next chapter is being watched closely by other Wisconsin Republicans, some of whom have their own ideas about who should run in 2022. With the prospect of another Walker candidacy keeps some Republicans on the sidelines, I talked with a couple of GOP insiders about that possibility last week. One who cautioned it's way too early to know what the former governor will be thinking 2 years from now, suggested a Walker candidacy and either race would discourage top-tier candidates from running. But another insider said Walker is viewed differently now, would certainly face a primary, and that his attempt to freeze both races was viewed as a stretch by some Republicans. Walker's way of handling his departure from office may keep him in the public eye. But should he decide he has another campaign in him, Russ Feingold and Tommy Thompson serve as vivid reminders that second acts in today's fast-moving political world aren't always easy. Thanks for being with us today. I'm Mike Gousha, and I'll see you again next week on Upfront.